Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. This is Jay Johnson, a proud member of the Randolph Metrocom Rotary Club, and I have a fantastic guest joining us this morning. Just as a reminder, we've been doing these interviews, just sharing a little bit about an upcoming casino night fundraiser we have going on June 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Blue Bonnet Palace in Selma, and we really hope you're going to come out and join us. The whole event is centered around honoring our frontline EMS and healthcare workers who are out there always for us, but most certainly they've been out there in particular in some really tough times in this COVID environment over the last 2+ years. So come out and join us on June 30th. I am pleased this morning to get to introduce to you someone that I admire, someone I've grown to know very well. And he serves in a couple unique positions. And so I'm going to bring him in now. Please welcome Mayor Ralph Gutierrez. He is the mayor of Schertz, Texas, but we're here specifically this morning to talk about his role with an organization that I think is unique, really, not only to the Texas area, but I think would probably be found to be unique anywhere across the United States. Mayor, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, and good morning, everyone.
Oh, this is great, Mayor. I know how busy you are, and I really appreciate you taking the time to be with me this morning.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you for inviting us. And the cause, it's a great cause. Our first responders, we can't say enough about our first responders, how they're there in the emergencies. They're there in the morning, they're there at night. And when people are running away from the incident, they're running into it.
Isn't that the truth, Mayor? It's
Yes.
so true. So, Mayor, this morning in particular, this interview, you serve in a role with something called the Northeast Partnership. And the Northeast Partnership are one of our platinum sponsors to help us bring this event to the community to honor these men and women. What is your title with the Northeast Partnership? And can you maybe just take a few minutes to tell everyone what the Northeast Partnership is?
Yes, definitely. I am the president of the Northeast Partnership. I just got elected last month as a new president. And basically, what the Northeast Partnership is, it focuses in the northern part of Schertz, the northeast portion of it. That's why it's called the Northeast Partnership. It consists of 13 municipalities, and we work together to advocate for this area. Sometimes we are forgotten when we're small cities, but when we combine ourselves as 13 mayors, that is a force. That is a force. And basically, the Northeast Partnership, we try to get funding for this area. On top of that, we also provide sponsor scholarships and other events, not just in the local area. So we back each other up. When someone is having an event, we help out with that city's event. Anything that we can do to improve the quality of life in this area.
I think that's amazing, Mayor. And to the best of my knowledge, there's somewhere around 10 cities. Is that the accurate number that participate in this?
13. There's actually 13
total.
cities.
Sorry, missed
Yes.
that. I knew there were a number. And there's always opportunities, right, Mayor? There's opportunities for other cities in what we call the Metrocom. There's opportunities for them to also join the Northeast Partnership if they desire.
That is correct. That is correct. It's open to anyone that wants to be part of it. In fact, we just added 2 new cities in the past year. Seguin joined the Northeast Partnership, and St. Hedwig also joined the partnership. They just joined last month. So,
how many? I don't know if you know the answer to this, Mayor. So maybe an approximate, if you do. How many members, either individuals or other businesses, comprise this? Not just the cities participating, but how about total membership?
There is no membership. Only the cities are the members themselves, but there's so many businesses involved in this area. There's hundreds of businesses that participate and join us as part of the Northeast Partnership, because we are stakeholders in this area, what it comes down to. And being part of the Northeast Partnership, we actually represent close to 300,000 individuals that lived in this area.
Wow. Yeah, incredible. And the growth, the population growth isn't slowing down, is it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Pretty incredible. Mayor, what do you love about what you do? And look, because you serve as the president of the Northeast Partnership, feel free to share what you love about that organization. But I love just the fact that you're a mayor of one of our incredible cities right here in the Metrocom. What do you love about that aspect as well?
No, when you get elected in these positions, you're placed in a position to make a difference, to get involved in the community, attend several of the activities, of course, run the meetings at our chambers. But most important is going out there and knowing what the community is needing. I do get very involved with the community because it helps you implement policies and procedures, ordinances, or even you know resolutions. So that's what I love about it is there's a lot of activities that go on, not only in our city, but in the whole Northeast area here. And that's the most enjoyable part of being a mayor is the meeting people, being socializing with everyone there and having fun.
You're phenomenal at that too, Mayor. I'm just going to throw that out there. I mean, rarely is there a time that I'm not out and about somewhere at a community activity, and you're not there and out meeting and listening and talking and connecting with the people who are there. So I love that. I also love the intentionality behind your word use of the word stakeholders. Isn't that true of each and every one of us, whether
That
we're
is
a
correct.
resident or whether we work in these communities or serve in these communities? We are all stakeholders.
That is correct. And basically, during the vaccine, when we hosted the vaccine here in Shirts, we started out with 7 volunteers. And by the end of June, we had over 260 volunteers. The community really got involved in helping us with the vaccine. And that's one of the biggest stories that I get is when the community has that passion also to be involved, to make a difference.
I agree, Mayor. I love that very much, and I've been in this community now, I think, since 2006. So, as a retired military guy, this is the longest I've lived anywhere since I was a kid, and somebody's going to have to pry me away from here because I'm not leaving. I love what we do. I love your leadership, the leadership of our, the mayors of the cities in and around this whole area comprising the MetroCom. This is a booming area, but it's a booming area for a reason. It's because this still has a connection, a neighborly feel, people helping one another, and I love this. I love where I live. I love every bit of this.
That is so true. This part of San Antonio is growing very quickly. Well, in fact, what part of San Antonio is not growing quickly? It doesn't matter where you're at, the north, the west, the east, and the south. It is all growing, and we have to make those adjustments. We have to embrace it, but not lose sight of what made us what we are, a small community and with small time. Type of where we enjoy life also, where we help one another. That's the biggest thing that makes our society. That phone rings quite a bit.
I have no doubt, Mayor. I have no doubt, and I will try to value your time even in this time and space. But like I said, I really am thankful that we are able to get a few minutes of your time to talk about this. Just for those watching and listening, I'm conducting an interview with Mayor Ralph Gutierrez. He is the mayor of Schertz, Texas, but he's also the president of an organization called the Northeast Partnership, made up of 13 cities. It's what we call the MetroCom. They come together, they collaborate for economic development and success. They work together. I think it's really a unique construct. Hey, Mayor, I kicked off this interview talking about this event we have coming up called Casino Night, where we're raising funds and just honoring those frontline EMS and healthcare workers. What is it, Mayor, about the Northeast Partnership in particular that leads you all to get out and support activities like this in the community?
Well, Jay, as the community, especially the Rotary Club and Casino Night, it's focusing on our first responders. And this is very meaningful because of the what the first responders actually are there to do. In fact, we had one of our hotels burned several years ago, the La Quinta,
I remember.
and there was 9 municipalities that came out and assisted. That shows you the impact. What the Northeast Partnership is there to do is help one another. Uh, but especially this event, because like I said, these individuals are there to provide the service, but most important, save a life. And as I stated before, when everybody's running away from the situation, they're running into it. And all our cities depend on our first responders because our community depends on it, our safety and our welfare.
Yes.
So
It's so true, Mayor. And kind of reflecting on that, I think about the Northeast Partnership and some other sponsor partners, is what I would call them, that are helping make this event possible. I think what's unique about this night is those of you that are in EMS, emergency management, and those of you who are healthcare workers, you don't have to pay a thing. We want you to show up at the Blue Bonnet Palace in Selma, come in, have beverages of choice, food, play, have some fun, play some games, connect, build new relationships. Let us just show you as a community how much we appreciate you. And this event, again, is being put on by the Randolph Metrocom Rotary, but we couldn't do it without people like or organizations like the Northeast Partnership. Hey, Mayor, if you were just to think about Northeast Partnership again, what are some other activities and things that you all get involved in the community and do?
well, no, the air show that we recently had at Randolph Joint Base San Antonio Randolph, we supported the Great Texas Air Show. We were there to provide some assistance and just a venue for the Thunderbirds so that they can relax and talk to the community. We also help with the Balloon Fest that comes up in October. There's so many other functions that we participate in, and like I said, even the local functions that all these municipalities have. As you stated, there is 13 cities that are in the Northeast Partnership: Garden Ridge, Live Oak, Seguin, Selma, St. Hedwig, Kirby, Windcrest, Marion, Santa Clara, Universal City, Cibolo, New Berlin, and of course, yes, shirts. Almost forgot that one.
No, you can't. You can't forget the last two.
No, can't forget the
You
last one.
saved the best for last. You can say that, Mayor. You're allowed to say that. No, I think that's fantastic. And those two events, those other two events alone that you mentioned, those were doggone big deals. When we're able to get the air show and hosts like Randolph just did, JBSA, Joint Base San Antonio, at Randolph, that's always a fun time. That Balloon Fest happens, I think it's at Retama Park every single year.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah,
Yes, in
that's
October.
a great event. I love going out to that.
It is, and then it shows the community that we're here in other businesses. So they come from all around San Antonio to visit our cities, and that's how we get ourselves known that we are here and we have other things to offer ourselves. So
Absolutely. Mayor, how often does the Northeast Partnership meet? Does it happen on a monthly basis or every other month? What's the meeting schedule?
well, we actually have a meeting every month. All the mayors get together just for that particular thing to discuss certain items. So we actually are meeting tonight, and then on the second Thursday of the month, we host a luncheon, and we discuss some of the items that we're going to be discussing. And I have a presentation where we can help the the community as to what's going on, what we're doing. For instance, we had TechStart provide a brief overview of the expansion project. There's several different things that other communities, other businesses can learn, can know what's going on. So it's the second Thursday of the month at Olympia Park Golf Course, and that starts at about 11:30.
And anyone can show up for that, Mayor?
Yes, and it's great lunch. $20, you get great lunch, and you get to hear what's going on in our community.
I love it. I'll do my best to be at the next one. But who doesn't want to know about our infrastructure, our roadways, along with this growth? Getting to hear what TxDOT and the city municipalities are working on together. That alone should interest anyone who's in business inside this area for sure. So second Thursday of the month.
Second Thursday of the month. Yes.
I like it, Mayor. Well, as we start to, because I'm a retired Air Force guy, I love to say as we get ready to land this plane, anything else, Mayor, that you would love to share and just make sure that people walk away from knowing about the Northeast Partnership?
Well, it's not just necessarily the Northeast Partnership. Although you can get involved by contacting one of the mayors, but really the biggest impact is just getting involved, being part of the community. I think that is the best way anyone can get involved, because we all are there for a purpose, and that's to help this area.
I agree. And I have a saying, Mayor, that I carry into most meetings and activities that I'm involved with. Many hands make light work.
That is correct.
I'm a fan. Well, here he comes. It looks like it dropped just temporarily there. Well, Mayor, I just want to thank you again. I want to thank you for what you do in our in one of the local city municipalities. I am a frequent visitor to Shirts. I want to thank you for your service in all of the effort you put forward in helping all of our communities be better, your role in the Northeast Partnership. Just sharing again, this was an interview with Mayor Ralph Gutierrez. He's the mayor of Shirts. He is the president of the Northeast Partnership, helping oversee economic development to the MetroCom here in the local area. If you would like to learn more about the Northeast Partnership, you can go out to their website at satx-northeastpartnership.com. That'd be a great place for you to go learn more about who they are, what they're doing, and then we're encouraging you to get involved. And last but not least, Mayor, thank you to the Northeast Partnership for being one of our platinum sponsors to help make our event on June 30th. We're just a little over a week away now. This event, a casino night at Blue Bonnet Palace, is all about honoring and showing our love and appreciation for our frontline EMS and healthcare workers. We couldn't do it without you all, Mayor, and thanks to each and every one of you that make up the Northeast Partnership.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you for having us aboard.
Thank
Appreciate
you, sir.
it.
Yes, sir. I look forward to talking with you soon.
All right.